Welcome back, everybody! My name is BluJay, and we are back where we left off in the last episode, and actually we were still in the end in the last episode. We are just picking up all of our gear here and getting organized for the journey back, and let me tell you, we made bank in the end. We got so many resources, it's crazy. We actually only discovered one end city in the last episode, and I found one more off camera, and we did a little bit of, traveling around trying to find some stuff, and I just got so maxed out on the loot that I felt like it was time to come home. And as you can see, we've got enough shulker shells to basically make 22 shulker boxes. I'd say we're doing pretty well for ourselves. We're not going to use all of these right off the bat, but basically what we're going to do is throw our armor and tools into this one. And yeah, there's another shovel. There we go. We're going to start organizing and carrying shulker boxes around with us because it clears up a lot of your personal inventory space, and you can carry like 100 times as much stuff as you would if you weren't carrying shulker boxes, because you can have a shulker box dedicated to armor and tools like we're doing, or you can have a shulker box dedicated to food, or shulker box dedicated to building supplies, or whatever else you want to put in them. Oh my goodness, this is going to make our organization, at least while we're traveling and building, so much more streamlined. I'm super excited about this. So let me organize this. I'm going to get a bunch of shulker boxes put together, and then we will make the journey back to the base to get started with our project for today. Well, we're back at the base, and we have hung up our dragon fighting armor for another time. We've got to repair some of it, but we're just going to leave that sitting there on the armor stand for the time being. But what I want to do, if you can check out the inventory bar at the bottom of the screen there, you might see something that you haven't seen before from my channel. I've got some firework rockets, and we are going to go up here and throw on one of our Elytra. That's right, we found 2 Elytra in the end, so we are going to try to use these relatively often as we can anyway, and we're just going to give this a test flight and see how this works with rockets. So here we go. Let's take a little leap off the edge here, and fire away. Wow, that is so cool. Oh my goodness, and these aren't even like the most powerful rockets either. Oh my gosh, this looks so cool from the air. Oh, I love this. I wish my render distance issues were fixed. Sometimes I can get 14, sometimes I still get like 6. It just depends on the speed of the game and how many apps I've got open in the background. I try to keep it all closed, but let's try to make a landing in our hangar bay here, because that's where we're going to be working. Ew. Look at that smooth landing. All right, let's get organized and we'll start building in here. I'll tell you about what we're going to do in just a second. Well, I found some cactus on our journey, and it's time to get some green dye. This guy right here, our dog, number 2, Sky. Green for Luke Skywalker's green lightsaber. So there we go. Our dog is finally the correct color. Awesome. Well, I've done quite a bit of organizing off camera. Got quite a few shulker boxes laid out here. Let me show you what's in some of these. The ender chest, just some, of our basic tools and stuff. The blue box, this is what I'll carry around with me most of the time. And we've got some stained glass and some end rods and some glowstone and some quartz. Different things that we'll need for our build today. And I'm still not sure what thumbnail I'm going to use just yet when this is done. So you may have seen the whole build already, and maybe you've only seen part of it. But this is our lunch box, and that's going to be where our food is. And then we've got a cobble box where all of our cobblestone is. We'll need these cobblestone walls for a couple things. We've got a snow box, and we've got a concrete box. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of concrete. We're going to need a lot of this today. I don't know if we'll need it all, but it's good to have extra just in case, so we don't have to run back and forth and get more supplies. And then we've got our sandbox, which we probably won't need because we've already got our concrete and we've already got our glass, but it's good to have that around as well, just in case. All right, so this is where we're going to start building, right on this block. Yes, that's it, right here. We're going to jump up 2 blocks, and then on the 3rd block, that's where we're going to start. We'll take these other 2 out, and then we're going to go all the way across the hangar bay to the symmetrical side, all the way over on the other side of the door. And we're not really counting these out. I'm just kind of guesstimating, and oh, yep, we went 1 too far. So let's take that one back out. and we should be good to go. This is basically just the start of the frame. For if you haven't figured it out yet, we're going to build our Starship today, and I did some thinking. We'll go 3 and then 3 more, and it's basically 3 and then 4 on this one. As soon as we count some of this out, I think it's 3 more right here. Yeah, that's correct. And then we just reverse it to go back to the other side. So 4 and then 3 and then 3. So I was doing some thinking, and I was trying to figure out whether I wanted to build a Starship that filled pretty much the entire hangar bay, or at least a good chunk of it, to where we'd only fit one in here, or whether we wanted several smaller ones. And the plus side to doing a large Starship is you can get inside it, you can get more detailed with it. The downside is that it takes up the entire hangar bay. And the plus side of doing a smaller one is you can have more in here. It brings a little bit more, traffic to the room, so to speak, and we can do a little bit more with it. But I chose the route of one massive starfighter because we're going to name this something that I haven't quite figured out just yet, and I don't know if I'll name it by the time I title this video, but give me some suggestions on what you guys think I should name the Starship. I'm thinking about maybe like the BluJay or the Jay or something, bird related like that, kind of like the Millennium Falcon in Star Wars, because this is kind of the model that I'm going off of. It's not going to be at all the same shape or design as the Millennium Falcon, but it's going to be like a multi-person starfighter where multiple people can fit inside of it. You only have one pilot, but you have a place where extra troops can sit. It's looking pretty good so far. All right, so now on to a little bit of detailing. Since we've got the basic shape of our Starship, I've actually already pre-built this entire thing in a testing world, and actually in the testing world hangar that I built before the season even started, so I could make sure that it fit in here, it looked good, it didn't look too massive for this particular space, so that's a good thing to do from time to time, is building something ahead of an actual survival build. One, so you're not wasting resources, and 2, so you actually, build it right the first time rather than having to tear it down and be like, nah, that doesn't look good, or, just having to resize it for the particular area that you're building in. So that's kind of what we did here. We pre-built this, and this area that we're building right now is the cockpit where the pilot will sit and fly the fighter pilot or the Starship, rather, is what it's called. And it's going to have like this little T-shaped window, just like that. And don't worry, all of the empty spaces will get filled with blocks, and we'll place one down right there, and one right... My goodness, placing down on stained glass or just regular glass panes is so tedious. There we go. So it's kind of like this little T-shape window for the pilot to look out of, and it looks pretty unique and fun. And the next thing we're putting down is some quartz slabs, and let's jump on up here so that we can get some quartz slabs right there and there. And let's actually jump on down and take a look and see how this looks so far. Yes, it's looking good. I knew it was going to because I already built it like I said I was going to, but it's always good to see progress in your survival world while you're building. The next part of our build is going to be to flesh out the frame a little bit because it's pretty one-dimensional at this point. It's pretty much just forward and back, and we need to get the up and down flow going. Kind of like the cockpit that we did a couple minutes ago where the pilot's going to sit, and we're going to be using some quartz slabs like we're doing now to just go around the frame and start building this upward a little bit, and then we'll do the same on the underside here in just a few minutes. And we're also going to use some more gray concrete to, make that basically the standard color of the Starfighter. It's going to be mostly gray, but we're going to have some of this white accent, and then we're going to have some of that blue concrete that you see in there, just to kind of give it some color so it's not so dull. I was kind of toying around with the idea of just gray and white for a while, and then when I built it in my testing world, let's see, we need to grab some more. Oh, I've already got some quartz stairs in my inventory. I thought they were still in the shulker box there. But I tried building in my testing world the Starship to be just gray and white, to have like white accents with a gray frame, and it didn't look quite as good to me. And, my YouTube channel name is BluJay, and my favorite color is blue. So I felt it was appropriate to try to work in some blue accents. Now, I know we've got like the blue district area of our base where the subscriber barracks and the Patreon armory are. Those are kind of like the blue areas, and we're going to try to get some more colors in for different districts of our base. So like if we have a farming district, or we have like a redstone kind of district, or if we have just like a random creative builds area, or whatever it might be, we can separate those all out by different colors. But since this is going to be my starship, and it would be, you know, theoretically the one that I would fly if it actually flew in real life, it would be blue, because that's the color of my channel and the color that, you know, I associate with. So we're gonna work the blue concrete into this build, and I think that'll look pretty good. So we're going to keep working on this. I'll probably do some more off camera to get, you know, the design correct, since I'm going off of a model here. I don't need to fully focus, but I do want to focus when we get into the more intense detailing. So we'll do that, and then I need to go grab a comment question of the day here in just a second, because we did some in the last 2 episodes, but we didn't have our book with us, so I had to type those in, and those are officially in the book now. And then I've got a question already picked out for today's episode. Then we also need to add 3 subscribers to our subscriber barracks, because we didn't do that while we were away in the last 2 episodes. So we need the last 2 episodes worth of subscribers, and then we need today's subscriber for the barracks. So let me go grab the book. We'll do our comment question of the day, and then we'll keep working on this together. I'll be right back. Today's question is, can you show your world with the new textures? From Shadow Knight. Let's take a look at what we've got done before we answer the question. It looks pretty amazing so far. I love this. This is kind of something that I came up with on the fly in my testing world. I didn't really go off of any kind of specific model. I just had Star Wars in mind when I wanted to design this. And so this is 100% my design, and I love it. I hope you guys enjoy it too. So these end rods right here are actually going to lead us right into our comment question of the day. And as you can see, to my knowledge, these are the only blocks that go horizontal like this. These are going to serve as our laser cannons. And the only thing that I don't like about them is the purple ring around the end of the end rod. I wish it was a little bit more neutral, because, you know, it's purple and I don't have any purple in my build. But it doesn't clash. It doesn't look bad, I don't think anyway. And it's pretty subtle. And we're going to put some laser cannons back here as well. I think we'll do 4 in the back, 2 on bottom, and then 2 up top, right around this little engine block here. And yeah, let's put it right here. And then we'll mirror it on the other side right here. And then we're going to grab... Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Our glowstone, and this is going to serve as like the ignited engine, as if we are ready to take off. So that door might be, you know, opening, and we'll hide a little bit of it with some quartz slabs just to make it look a little bit more streamlined. I love it. So comment question of the day, the textures. I am back and forth on whether I want to download the resource pack now, or if I want to wait a little while. I'm definitely not opposed to downloading it right now, but I know that it's only been ported from the official PC release, and we're actually going to throw in these stained glass pieces, kind of like drag fins across the back. It's just a little bit more detailing that makes the Starship look a little bit more complete and functional and not so blocky. Oh, I love it. And that's what I was talking about. These stained glass pieces, they go vertical, and the end rods are the only ones that go horizontal. So, and I think we're going to take out that block there. Yeah, let's do it. So I can put one more piece of stained glass down, and we'll throw in a piece of quartz there. And actually, I think that completes the build a little better. That's not how I designed it in my testing world, but I think it looks better. Anyway, back to our comment question of the day. I'm not opposed to downloading the textures, even though they were only ported from the PC release. I know Dallas has already shown them off on his Let's Play World. I saw the episode where he did that. And I've seen a few other PC YouTubers show off the new textures, and they look really cool. But it's not the official release, and they're subject to change, and the Bedrock edition that's out right now is not even official as a, you know, beta. We'll put a couple fins here just like this too. It's not the official beta for Bedrock Edition. It's just ported from the PC version, and I'm sure it works just fine. I'm just hesitant to do ports of stuff that came over from a PC version because they're not exactly compatible. So we're going to go ahead and build the interior of this now. But I'm willing to at least make a backup of my world and download the new textures just to see if they work, and hopefully they don't break anything in the world. If you guys want to see that, or if you're patient and you want me to just, wait and see what they look like when they're officially released, I'm sure it won't be too far into the new year. As today is the last day of 2017, the new update is definitely not coming out this year. It's going to be in 2018. But I'm willing to wait. I'm also willing to maybe make a backup of the world and try out the new textures just in case something gets broken. Let me know what you guys think about that. And I need to go back and relook at my interior design here before we start building it because I don't want to mess this up. So give me a second to do that and then we'll keep going. So I've done some tinkering, and I actually want to change up the design from what I had in my testing world. It's basically the same, just one less piece of glowstone, and we're going to spread them out differently than we had before. So, when I said I didn't want to mess this up, this is why, because there's a little bit of trial and error. So basically, this area that we're building right now is going to be the place that any passengers, whether they are troopers or, just coming along for the ride or hitching a ride on the Starship to go somewhere, kind of like the Millennium Falcon. They carried people once in a while. Luke Skywalker, they took him to, rescue the princess. So this is where they would sit. It's not super comfortable, but it's basically like, if you ever watched the Avengers or the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., how it's kind of like the little jet fighter that they've got. It's kind of like that little section. It's not super cozy, but it's meant as a transport for some troops. So that's what we're going for. Let me build this other side, and that should complete pretty much the entire thing. I'll be right back. All right, let's take a little tour here. We've got our troop transport section all finished up and some texturing in the ceiling with some quartz stairs. Then we've got a little moonroof here with our stained glass above the cockpit so we can see up and we can see out, which is pretty cool. I love that you can see out of the windows on top of the ceiling as well. Oh, just the way the whole design came together. Super excited about that. So up here we've got the little control area, and we're going to put down a joystick right there and a couple other mechanical pieces right there. It's mainly for lighting, but it also gives a little bit of a sci-fi look to it. It looks like, this is how we control the ship. So here we are sitting down, ready to fly out as soon as that door opens because, we can't fly through the door. All right, that's about it. One thing that I forgot to do, and I remembered in between takes here, is we need to put some feet on this thing because it is landed on the ground right now, and we don't want it to be sitting on the belly, so we're going to put some feet. And yes, I know, before you say anything in the comment section, I got to take this block out. Stairs do not connect to walls anymore, and that's fine. We don't need them to because it's just the illusion that this is connected, and, we're never really going to be able to see down inside there, so it doesn't have to be connected from, the top all the way around. It's just the illusion that they are connected. So there's 1 foot, and we're going to put one on the other side, and that should pretty much complete the build. Man, I am super happy with this. This is actually the first build that we've done for a good chunk of the season that I had entirely planned out, and am super, super happy with the result. Now, the snow cave, I love the snow cave, but it was pretty much done on the fly. I didn't have any designs in a testing world for the snow cave. It was all done as we were doing it. And then the hangar bay, not a completely finished build. There's still work to do in here, but I wanted to get a Starship in before I did too much detailing, at least on the floor and along the sides of the walls, because I wanted to make sure we had enough room for this. And, the auto smelter is not completely finished, so, we have some unfinished builds, but this one I wanted to do correct from the start, so that we had something we were super happy with. So I hope you guys like this build. It's pretty much done at this point. There's only one thing left to do. We gotta go add some subscribers to the barracks. All right, we've expanded this place out, and the first person that we are going to add to the subscriber barracks is Amazing Gaming 02. This person's been super active in the comment section. Actually, all three of these people have been, so thank you all so much. The next person is going to be Caitlin Matthews. I want to make sure I spell all of these right because I misspelled one of the names a couple episodes ago and had to change it, so gotta make sure we do this correct the first time so we don't, mess it up again. Third person is Jacob Leslie. Oh. Caught it before the episode ended. We messed it up. There we go. Jacob Leslie. So thank you, all three of you guys, for being so active in the comment section, leaving lots of great feedback, lots of great questions. This is what I'm looking for people to be added to the subscriber barracks, people who are active in the comment section, watching all the videos, commenting on a lot of the videos, just being active in the community. So thank you guys for being so active. Looking forward to adding more people to the Reverb Outpost. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time that I have got for today. I just want to say thank you so much for watching today's video and watching all of the videos on my channel that you have so far. We're coming up on 2018. It is tomorrow. The new year is tomorrow as the release of this video. And that means here in just a few short months, the end of February, we're coming up on a year of this channel, and we have come so far on this channel. I'm so excited to see all of the things that are going to happen, all of the things that we're going to build, all of the adventures we're going to have together in the new year, and in, year 2 of my channel. I am blown away at how much support I've got over this last year. I did not expect it to be this awesome. I expected it to be fun, but I didn't expect as many people to come check out my videos as have done so. So I just want to say thank you all. I really appreciate your support. Thank you for watching today. I'm looking forward to lots of new videos in the new year. But for now, my name is BluJay, and I've got to fly on out of here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.